We met 14 years ago. It was a hamburger joint. It was in Mexico City. We were catching up with some friends that we have in common. I was there late and I sat just in front of her, just coincidence. A month later we were going out. We got married just after 3 years. We were considering having family. We thought it would be better if we had a family in Australia because I had here been before, and we moved here in November 2017. Yeah, from Mexico City to Warragul. Janine was really missing her family, so we bought the ticket in December 2019, the ticket to go to Mexico. And I think COVID was already there, but we didn't thought much of it. In Mexico in 2010 we have the avian flu, and so we thought it's going to be something similar. You have to mask up, that's pretty much it. Nothing's going to happen. 2 weeks after she was already in Mexico, my mother-in-law, Sulin's mom, was telling her, maybe you should go back because things are getting ugly. She was insisting that you should come back. So on I think it was the 15th of March that we decided that, okay, you should be coming back sooner than expected. She was supposed to arrive on the Saturday at 9 a.m. but the borders closed on Friday 9 p.m. It was 12 hours. She didn't make it in time. We had already applied for permanent residency, but we were waiting on the outcome. And so since we were not permanent residents, she didn't have the right to come back. Mexico City got hit pretty bad with COVID. I knew she was safe because she was at her parents' place and she was taking all the precautions, but still I was worried that something could happen.
José Salada and his wife Sulin Cardenas moved from Mexico to Warragul on skilled migrant visas nearly 3 years ago. They'd settled into jobs and in January applied for permanent residency. But now their Australian dreams in disarray. Australian Border Force says the department doesn't comment on individual cases, and any decision to grant travel exemptions for compassionate circumstances must be balanced against current travel bans and health risks posed to the Australian community.
So the plan was to stay there in Mexico 4 weeks, and 4 weeks turned 7 months. It's not enough, just a video call. You need to see in person the person that you love. It was just terrible time.
I applied 16 times for a travel exemption. I did it 14 times under compassionate grounds, but it clearly wasn't working after 14 times. So I started looking up similar cases, and I found a guy that pretty much exactly the same circumstances who got a travel exemption. So I reached out to him. He said he applied through a skill application. I had a chat with Kusi, who was my boss back then. I told him, would you give me a letter describing what I do at Aussie? That same night, he sent me the letter. And even Phil signed that letter, and I used that letter to apply. The 15th time didn't work, so I applied once more, and the 16th was the lucky one. So when we finally received the exemption back in Mexico, it was like 4 in the morning, and I was thinking, should I wait for her to wake up, or so I'm just gonna call her.
When José called me to let me know that I'm allowed to come back home, I couldn't believe it. I asked him, really? And he said, yeah, really. I said, oh, really? Are you kidding?
When she flew back into Sydney, she had to do a 2-week quarantine. And so even though she was already in Australia, we had to wait the 2 weeks for us to be back together. When we finally get together again, it was very emotional. We were very happy.
It was a long journey to get home. And when I arrived to Melbourne airport, José was waiting for me. I think I'm going to cry because he was waiting for me with the song that we danced in our wedding. It was very emotional. It's the best sensation of my life when I saw him and I hugged him.
I had long hair because I didn't cut my hair in 7 months because I couldn't go out. And usually my wife is the one doing my hair, so I had a mullet. Yeah, it was very emotional for both of us. We were very, very happy to see each other again.
So I got home September, and we got the permanent residency on January.
And we got our citizenship in January 2022. Having permanent residence feels great. We now can call Australia home. Now we have a daughter. Now we have a 2-year-old daughter.
We have Camila, she's 2 years old, and yeah, we're very, very happy.
She keeps us very busy.
Thank you, Aussie Broadband, for all your support during this hard time for us. Thank you.